Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about the events that happened today and what I see going forward in the market and what stocks I like to buy. Because trust me, there are some stocks that I've closely got my eye on, let me tell you. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. So what did we see today? CPI data came out. Now, you guys know me. I don't always care about everything going in the market. As a matter of fact, most of the things happening in the market, I could care less. But there are some events that are important that I do keep an eye out for, and CPI is one of them. One of the main reasons is not just for the stock market, but just because I'm an actual American and a consumer, and inflation sucks. You know, my gas cost a lot more than it did 2 years ago, and same thing with meat and cars and freaking everything. It's crazy. So now let's get into the stock portion of this. So stock futures rallied after core inflation came in at 0.3% month over month versus 0.5 expected. And what a lot of people were saying is that they believe, or at least the hope, is that March will be the peak of inflation. If you want my honest opinion, I don't know. I am hopeful that March will be the peak of inflation, but I honestly don't know. And I do think that if March was the peak of inflation, that could actually be really good for the market, in my personal opinion. I do think that that could affect what the Fed decides to do in the FOMC meeting that is going to take place in May. I do believe that. However, you guys know me, regardless of what the Fed does, regardless of the macroeconomics, regardless of whatever's going on in the world, my main thing that I always preach is I like to invest where I find stocks at good prices and I buy them, regardless of what the world is doing in the market. You know, now obviously a black swan event is different, you know. So anyway, I wanted to highlight a few stocks that I am closely looking at that I like a lot. You guys know my philosophy. This philosophy helped me out very well. I made really great return on my money, a bigger return in 2021 than in a very long time since I started investing. And that was mainly because the winners took me to the promised land. And that's really all you need. That, you guys know my philosophy. You don't need all these risky penny. You can make that a small percentage of your portfolio like I do. You know, risk makes up about 5 to 8% of my portfolio. You know, there's some crypto in there. There's some SoFi, DraftKings, which are all very risky stocks, but I do like them, so I have them in there. But overall, 95% of my portfolio is VOO, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, etc. And they've done very well for me. And so I've got a big boy stock that I am looking at buying, and that stock is Google. I'm going to tell you why. Google's hitting that resistance again that it's been hitting this entire year, right? So let's see. That 2,500 resistance, it hit that in January of 2020. January of 2022. It hit that resistance again in February 23rd, hit it again. March 7th, hit it again. March 14th, and now it's down there again almost. It's that 25.38 level. It's like around there. Yeah, that 25.38 level almost is exactly where it's hitting. Right now, Google is at 25.54, and I like it. I think Google's great. I mean, how many of you guys watch YouTube all the time? I know I do. I watch more YouTube and Netflix than anything else. Literally. My entire life is YouTube and Netflix. Is all I watch. And life is great with that, you know? So I like Google. And obviously, let's not downgrade Google. Like, Google doesn't have all these other amazing businesses like their search engine and all these other different things that they do. So Google is an incredible company. Definitely a company you're going to want to have in your portfolio. I like it as a dollar cost average. Now, let me keep in mind, I know some of you guys like to trade. If you like to trade, I can't speak on that. I'm a long-term investor. In terms of a dollar cost average level for the long term, we're talking 3 to 5 to 10 years. I like Google at this price. That's what I'm looking at. And Google's one of those stocks that I do want in my portfolio that I would want to add for the long term. I know you guys don't like, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about that stock. That's how we're going to play that, because this stock is going under a lot of controversy. So you know what? I'm not going to set myself up for that. Let me tell you guys another stock I'm looking at. I know you guys aren't going to like it because it's overvalued. I know, I get it, I know. But guess what? Microsoft is going back to that level. Yes. Microsoft in January in that correction went to 288. Then it went to 280. Then it went to 275, and then it hit 275 again on March 14th. And look, holy cow, we're at 282. I like this level from Microsoft as a dollar cost average for the long term. I really do. Now, I know you guys are going to kill me to death with this. It's overvalued. It's overvalued. And you're right. You know what? You are right. If you look at the technical, fundamentally, it's overvalued. I get it. Fine. However, I'm not going to sit on the sidelines and just hope and pray that it freaking goes to 250 or something like that when I'm looking at the chart and I can clearly see that this is the resistance it keeps hitting. It keeps bouncing off this resistance. Look, January bounced off this resistance. February bounced off the resistance. March, it bounced off that resistance 2 times. Down at this 280, 275 range, it bounced and went up. It bounced and went up again. It bounced and went up again. And now we're here again. Why would I not buy it right here for the long term? That's just my opinion. You do not have to agree. It's okay. This is my journey, okay, that I'm just sharing, you know. Microsoft, I'm looking at. I'm not going to lie to you. What else? VOO is still too high. However, where is it? Where's my ETF watch list? VTI looks good to me. VTI looks good for a dollar cost average for the long term at this level. Yep. Yeah, I think if VTI dips below 220, I think VTI is a good one. You know, VTI is a good index fund. Now remember, VTI and VOO are basically the same thing. I own VOO, but VTI is pretty much the exact same thing. So for those who don't own any index funds or are looking to finally buy some, that this is your chance. You know, you could grab some VTI right here. You'll be good for the future. So I want to throw that on you all's list too, because that's another one that I'm looking at. It looks like big tech is getting killed, and I love it when big tech gets killed because I love big tech. I hope big tech gets murdered. I hope Apple goes to $100. That would be wonderful for me, you know? So Apple is another one. I am not ready to buy Apple yet. Man, it is hot in here. Jesus. I think I'm talking too much. It's hot. Apple's nowhere near where I want to buy it yet. If Apple goes back to the 150s, I would buy it again. But right here, 167, I would not. But I would keep it on my watch list because you guys know Apple is literally Apple's like my second largest holding, I think. Maybe Microsoft, I don't know. Behind my index fund. One of the two, whatever. Tesla, I'm completely staying away from. I'm not buying Tesla until it go back to 700. That's just the rule. Tesla is such a volatile stock. Trust me, it'll go back to 700 eventually. It always does. Tesla just has these crazy swings. When Tesla goes on a lower end of the crazy swing it has, that's the time to buy that. So we're not ready to buy Tesla yet. In terms of NVIDIA, the only reason why I wouldn't pull the trigger on NVIDIA yet, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad time to buy NVIDIA either. NVIDIA is at that little resistance that it keeps hitting too. The only reason why I wouldn't buy NVIDIA yet is because there's a lot of FUD around these semiconductor plays, around NVIDIA, around AMD. So I'm waiting to see if NVIDIA can hold these key levels, and the same thing with AMD. If NVIDIA and AMD can hold these key levels, then maybe I'll decide to go ahead and add a position. But if it breaks it, then I'm a little iffy. Like, for example, I'm looking at NVIDIA right now. I'm sorry, not NVIDIA, AMD. AMD is at that key level, which is $95. AMD has broken the key level, actually. Yep. It has. AMD had a key level of about $100 on January 27th, on March 7th, and March 14th. AMD hit that key level of $100 3 different times, and AMD as of today has broken that key level. So even though I did buy a little bit of AMD at $100, you guys saw that video, I would not buy AMD right now. So thankfully, you always want to make sure you still got some money on the sidelines. So I bought a little bit of AMD, but I didn't put all my money in there, you know. So there's still some money on the sidelines to take advantage of the dip. AMD at $95, I think it could go lower. I don't like that because it's broken that key level. That key level was about $100 to $102, about $99 to $102 is that key level, and it broke that, and it's at $95. And I got some bad news for you guys. If AMD goes under $95, it could easily go to the 80s, easily. So I'd be careful with AMD. You know, and I'm not saying I'm the technical analysis god or anything, but I do think some technical analysis is definitely helpful. You know, I definitely think so. Because, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a long-term play, so it doesn't really matter. I guess not. So there's that. You guys know I like Nike. I don't care about all the FUD. I know in 10 years from now, Nike ain't going anywhere. It's going to be just as big and great and best as it is now. So you can add Nike to that list because I do like Nike as well. Costco is insanely overvalued. That thing ran to the freaking moon. It's an honor that I own that freaking stock. Can't remember when I bought it at. I bought it like a while ago, but no Costco. Costco's too high. I think that's it. So Microsoft is a buy. Google's a buy in my opinion. I forgot what else I said, but I think you guys get the point if you just watch the video. So there you guys have it. I think I'll go ahead and call this one. I just wanted to point out some stocks that I think are buys at these key levels. Pay close attention to big tech. It looks like big tech is going through some FUD right now. It looks like big tech is going to continue to go lower. And if it does, oh Oh, that's gonna be great for me. See, you got these YouTubers out here telling you guys to buy all the pumpy crappy stuff. Nah, we looking at the winners. I want to buy Apple. Everybody got an Apple device in their house, and they gonna keep having Apple devices in their house. So a company like that, give me more. Okay, so there you guys have it. That will go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.